So, what if you could build a content machine that actually teaches itself? I mean, a system that doesn't just pump stuff out, but learns from its own performance and gets a little bit smarter every single day, completely on its own.
It's a pretty mind-bending question, right? Instead of us just making content, crossing our fingers, and hoping it works, what if you could build a system where success is an evolving, totally automated process? Well, today, we're going to break down how one creator did exactly that, using a core idea from a major player at OpenAI and Tesla.
The whole thing really kicked off with a simple but, wow, profound idea from AI researcher Andrej Karpathy, and he calls this concept AutoResearch. What's so cool about this is just how simple it is. You really only need three things: something for the AI to edit, a clear goal for what to make better, and a way to measure if it's actually improving. That's it. You just set it up and you let the AI go to work, running circles, iterating, and improving all by itself.
Now, in his original experiment, Karpathy used this on machine learning scripts. He just let the AI agent run overnight, and he came back to an 11% boost in performance, a really solid gain, and he did it all while he was sleeping. And this is the light bulb moment. Most people looked at that and thought, oh, that's cool for code. But the creator of this system saw something way bigger. He realized this whole feedback loop could work for creative stuff, as long as you can somehow measure the outcome.
This analogy just connects all the dots perfectly. The file to change isn't some Python script. It's the master prompt that generates video scripts. And the measure of improvement? It's not some complex tech metric. It's just real-world views from social media. You know, they first tested this idea by just dropping Karpathy's code into Claude and asking, hey, could this be adapted for social media views? And that's what confirmed this whole 24-hour feedback loop was even possible.
Okay, but this brings us to the biggest challenge in this whole puzzle. How in the world do you measure something as subjective as good content in a way a machine can actually understand? Well, the answer is, you gotta get rid of the vibes.
Just look at the difference here. On the left, that's the old way. Super vague questions that are basically impossible for an AI to answer consistently. But on the right, we've got these sharp, binary questions. There's no gray area. The answer is either yes or no, which is absolutely perfect for a machine. Let's look at a few more of these. See how specific they are? They're not asking, is the hook good? They're asking, does the hook feature a person or a story? This forces a concrete, totally objective answer.
And this right here, this is the secret sauce. By creating 10 of these simple yes-no questions, you can feed any script to an AI like Gemini, and it spits back a clear, simple score out of 10. There's no ambiguity, which means the system can reliably figure out what's working and what isn't. So once that clear scoring system was in place, the next step was to wire everything together into a cycle that just runs and runs on its own. Let's take a look at how that automated loop actually works. The whole thing runs like clockwork, every 24 hours. It pulls the data, scores the content that was just published, and then starts hunting for patterns. You know, what high-scoring videos also got a ton of views. And then, and this is the magic part, it literally rewrites its own instructions to lean into those winning formulas for the next day's content. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what does that self-improvement actually look like? Well, you can see it plain as day in how the AI's master prompt changes over time. This is so cool because you can literally watch it learn. It started with a pretty basic announcement-style prompt, but based on real view data, it quickly learned that, hey, dramatic, curiosity-driven hooks that promise to reveal some kind of secret, those work better. So it rewrote its own DNA to make more of them.
But here's the most critical point. It's not just about the small improvements each day. It's about building this incredible library of what works and why. Like the quote says, every change gets logged. That research log, that becomes the real gold. Because when a more powerful AI model comes out, you just hand it this playbook and it can pick up right where the last one left off.
So this specific project is absolutely fascinating, but the principle underneath it all, this auto-research mindset, that's what's truly powerful. It's really a whole new way to think about getting better.
I mean, think about it. You can apply this framework to pretty much anything with a measurable result. Prompts for thumbnails, email subject lines, landing page copy, ad creative, even sales scripts. Basically, if you can define success with a number, you can automate improving it.
And the real power here is the compounding effect. It's like compound interest for your creativity. A tiny tweak every day might not seem like a big deal, but after a month, you've gone through 30 cycles of data-driven optimization. The system is just relentlessly pushing itself to be better, day in and day out.
So that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Take a look at your own work, your own projects. Where is there a process with a clear, measurable goal? Because that just might be the perfect place for you to build your own auto research engine and let an AI take over the job of getting better.